In this Canadian Assessment of Physical Literacy training video, we will understand how to measure motor skill using the obstacle course. Equipment needed for the obstacle course: open space of at least 15 meters long and 5 meters wide with a floor that is safe for running and changing direction. Gym floor tape, 6 hula hoops, 6 cones, 1 soccer ball, 1 softball or squelette ball, 1 wall target that is 24 inches wide and 18 inches high. Measure the position of the obstacle course by following these steps. Step 1. Mount the target on the wall so that the top of the target is 1.5 meters above the floor. Step 2. Find the center of the target. Measure 1 meter to the left and right of the target center and mark these positions on the floor. Position cone number 5 and 6 on top of these marks. Step 3. Measure perpendicular to the target wall, a distance of 5 meters from cone number 6. Mark this position and place cone number 2 on this mark. Mark the throwing, kicking line, 2 meters in length, on the floor so that it runs parallel to the wall target. It should cover the same distance as the space between cones number 5 and number 6. Step number 4. From cone number 2, continue to measure perpendicular to the target wall for an additional distance of 3 meters. Mark this position on the floor and position cone number 1 on this mark. Step number 5. Measure 1 meter from cone number 1, continuing the line that is perpendicular to the target wall, and mark the spot on the floor. Step number 6. Align the left edge of the red hula hoop with the line from the target wall in line with cone number 1, number 2, and cone number 6, ensuring that the front of the hula hoop is level with the marker, drawing an imaginary perpendicular line running parallel with the wall target. Step number 7. Place the remaining hula hoops in 3 rows of 2. To minimize changes to the hoop position and tripping hazards, join all of the hula hoops together and then securely fasten the hoops to the floor. Step number 8. Measure 1 meter from center of the left yellow hoop out towards the left of the hoop parallel to the target wall. Mark this spot and place cone number 4 on this mark. Step number 9. Measure 5 meters from cone number 4 back towards and perpendicular to the target wall. Mark this position and place cone number 3 on this mark. Before attempting the obstacle course, participants should see 2 demonstrations. During the first demonstration of the obstacle course, the examiner moves slowly through the entire course, performing each skill correctly so that each criterion is demonstrated. During the demonstration, a verbal description of each skill is provided. For the second demonstration, the examiner completes the obstacle course at full speed while maintaining skill accuracy. Begin standing stationary in front of the right-hand side yellow hoop. Complete 3 2-foot jumps, run to cone number 1, and then turn sideways to face examiner number 1. The next part is sliding sideways. Slide sideways to cone number 2 and touch the cone. Then reverse direction, remain facing the examiner, to slide back to cone number 1 and touch that cone. Start to run towards the throwing line. Catch the ball as it is thrown by the examiner and throw it at the target at any point before the line. Run across the line and around cone number 2 to reach the outside of cone number 3. Skip from cone number 3 to cone number 4. After reaching cone number 4 and making sure you go around it, you come to the hula hoops and begin 1 foot hopping in each hula hoop. After landing in the last hoop, run to the kicking line and kick the ball towards the target. Explain that each participant will have 2 practice trials followed by 2 timed and scored trials. Emphasize that the best score will be obtained if the participant completes the course as fast as they can while doing their best skills. Have each participant complete 2 practice trials, provide verbal prompts as required by the test protocol, and announce verbal corrections to any mistakes made. Have each participant complete 2 timed scored trials. Verbal cues should be provided as described in the test protocol. Ensure the participants wear appropriate footwear and shoelaces are tied. Ensure that participants waiting to perform the obstacle course do not interfere with the participant being assessed. Example, they're standing well back from the course, etc. Research indicates that at least 2 practice trials followed by 2 timed trials are necessary to ensure that participants' scores most accurately and reliably reflect their motor competence during both timed scored trials. If that is not possible to complete 4 trials per participant, 2 practice and 2 timed scored, the motor performance score can be estimated from the second timed scored trial after only 1 practice trial. Do not use the first timed scored trial after only 1 practice trial, as there is a significant learning effect on the obstacle course score when the participant has completed the course less than 3 times. Examiner number 1 times the participant and stands at the opposite end of the throwing line from cone number 2. The softball and soccer ball are at hand. Examiner number 1 starts each trial by saying, "Ready, set, go." Timing starts when the examiner says go and stops when the participant's foot kicks the soccer ball. Examiner number 1 throws the softball when the participant is ready to catch after touching cone number 1 and places the soccer ball on the line after the participant has gone around cone number 3. Examiner number 2 scores the participant's performance of each skill. One point is awarded for each skill performed correctly. It is very important that examiner number 1 provides consistent, clear verbal prompts each skill during each participant's performance of the obstacle course. Accurate and effective prompting is essential to ensure that the score and time reflect the participant's motor skill rather than memory. 2-foot jumping, 2 points. Step 1, 3 consecutive jumps on 2 feet. Take off and land on both feet at the same time. Step 2, 1 landing in each hoop and no touching of hoops. Only 1 jump in each hoop, no extra small jumps upon landing. Clean jump from 1 hoop to the next hoop without touching the hoops. Sliding, 3 points. Body and feet aligned sideways when sliding in one direction. It does not matter which direction participants travel in first. Leading foot steps sideways, trailing foot brought to meet leading foot, sidestepping. Shoulders, hips, and feet all aligned, facing 90 degrees to one direction of travel. Only 1 point is awarded if the participant slides in the same direction both times. Example, turns 180 degrees and faces opposite way when reversing the sliding direction. Step 2, same as 1, but in other direction. Participant should remain facing the same direction while sliding back and forth to both cones. Step 3, touches cone with low center of gravity and athletic position. Knees bent, feet apart, whole body, example, center of gravity. Lowers to touch cone, not just hand, so that time is not lost by standing up or changing the sliding position. If participant demonstrates low center of gravity and athletic stance, but misses touching the cone, the point can still be awarded. If presence of the motor skill is demonstrated once, then point can be awarded, example, do not have to touch both cones with athletic stance both times to obtain the point. Point is not awarded if the participant touches the cone without an athletic stance. Example, bends at the waist to touch cones, but legs stay straight. Catch. Step 1. Catches the ball without trapping against the body. Ball caught cleanly with either 1 or 2 hands. No using body to prevent ball from falling to the floor. If ball is dropped under any circumstances, the point is still lost, even if participant drops the ball due to not anticipating the throw. The exception is if the examiner's throw was inaccurate and was the sole cause of the ball being dropped. The attempt is void and the participant should start the obstacle course again from the beginning. Throw, 2 points. Uses overhand throw to hit target, ball hits target, arm comes from behind and hand goes over the shoulder. Using a sidearm throw would still obtain the point, example baseball or cricket pitch throw style. Step 2. Transfer weight and rotates body during throw. Arm comes from behind, over the shoulder, and then follows the path of the ball once ball has been released. Body rotates at hips and shoulders. Legs slightly apart and weight is transferred from hind leg to leading leg during throw. Whole body remains under control and well balanced. Skip, 2 points. Correct foot pattern of hop step, leading leg alternates. Uses arms appropriately, alternates arms and legs, arm position contributes to balance. 1 foot hop, 2 points. Lands on only 1 foot in each hoop. Same foot in each hoop. Step 2, hops only once in each hoop and does not touch hoops. Same foot, no extra little hops to maintain balance between hoops. Kick, 2 points. Smooth approach to kick ball and ball goes between the cones. Ball kicked between the cones. Continuous running pattern. Well-judged timing of kick. Rapid and smooth approach does not have to be interrupted in order to make contact with the ball. Step 2. Elongated stride on last stride before impact. Kicking leg comes from behind and follows through after ball has been kicked. Non-kicking foot is deliberately planted beside ball to aid accuracy of kick. Stride length of final step to foot plant is longer than previous steps during the approach to ball. Watch our other Capel videos.